This vid, in advance, I'm just going to apologise. It's my personal experience and it's stuff I want to get off my plate. And yeah, you've been warned. So, before anything, make sure you sub to this channel. Make sure you watch the vids at the end of this vid. I want to get to 100 likes, so yeah. 100 subs, not likes. Alright, so it's been it has been a year since me and my partner kind of separated. And I say kind of because technically we didn't break up because she never uttered the words and neither did I, so that's her fault, not mine. You know how difficult it's been in this time to pretend to all my friends that I'm okay when I'm fucking not. I'm more than livid to the fact that I can't believe my ex would just drag this on like she does. I don't understand why she's never seemed to have grown up since all this has happened, when 95% of it was her fault. I don't understand why she threw away something really good over for someone that is a fat fuck that can't locate his dick and he can't know where he's coming or going. He literally has to roll his fat to walk down the street. And he does security, but if you look at him, what is his security for? Stopping everyone from eating the cupcakes in the candy shop. I don't know why she went from that when she could have this. Very fit, lean body, very healthy, rich, money, job, everything. Someone that can give her everything she wants. Marriage, kids, house of her own. But no, she lets her psychotic family decide who she can and can't date. She lets people control her life when the person that she's dating not only is probably cheating on her, and I think he is, but he's an abuser and he's no better than me. And I think that, you know, when you're forced to be in a relationship with someone, it is fucking disgusting. Now what she doesn't realise is, behind her back, everyone's against her. Behind her back, her family, her parents, her boyfriend, they all control her. They've got it all on strings and they can pull at her strings at any time. And this is what happened before I became in the relationship. They string her up and that's pretty much it. And then when I come along and cut the strings, she has the freedom to do what she wants. She gets the freedom to travel, do things, have her own set of mind. No, she doesn't have that now. See, I fucking love her with all my heart. And I don't give a fuck what anyone says. You know, unlike some people that don't change in life, I have since all this has happened. I've said countless times, you know, that I went and got help. I went and got I went to see someone, and you know what? I'm completely fine now. Been for a very long time, and this new me has found inner peace with myself. I don't hate myself for anything. I don't dwell on the past. I move to the future, which certain people can't do. You see, if you're looking over a relationship, there's always going to be bad. But if the good outrights the bad, then what's the fucking problem? If you need to see someone, both of you, then go see someone together. People fight all the time, but when you don't have an ending to a relationship, you don't have that closure like me and my ex did, that's bullshit. Because she knows it's every day that until this ends that she didn't break up with me. She knows that deep down. And I think deep down she knows that she doesn't want to be with this guy, but she knows that she can't do any better. And that's sad because she could do better. She could have me for the rest of her life. But I think her family just absolutely controls her brain and they pull the strings and the poor girl will never have a good life. I mean, what she doesn't... I don't understand from her perspective where all her life her parents controlled her life and the people that come in. Not once has she stood on her own 2 feet. You know, there's always... the sisters have to move in. They have to call her every 5 minutes. It's ridiculous. It's fucking up to the stage where I don't think deep down she'll ever truly be happy. I loved her for the way she was. I didn't care she was a bigger girl. And in fact, the only thing I do regret is not proposing to her and getting married to her 2 years ago. See, what she didn't know is I did want kids. But I just wasn't sure if I wanted them with her. Because I knew she would be a good mother, but I didn't know what kind of problems the kids would have with me and her medication wise, She's got issues, I've got issues, and I didn't know how that would affect the kid. But I definitely was thinking about it with her. And as for marriage, I wanted to marry her. And, I know she hinted it a lot, but I just wanted it to be a big surprise. And unfortunately, I had plans for marriage, our own house together. I even had the house, I went and saw it up her way, and it was a really nice house, and unfortunately, nothing. She has fake people in her life telling her what she can and can't do, whereas I would let her do what she wants to do. I would let her have that freedom. I mean, you'd think at her age she would move out of home, away from her sister, her dirty sister. You'd think she'd be happy to move on with her life, with her partner. Not do catalogs, because like I said, what she makes from catalogs is just ridiculous. It's not even worth, staying up till 2 a.m, fucking getting up at 6 a.m. It's just ridiculous. I've changed a lot since then. And I truly believe if she was single and she saw the person I was today, she would be with me. And then we could plan a future with marriage and kids. But I think she needs to look at what she's dating and think, I can do better. My God, he's so fucking fat, man. There's more chains in the Chinese phone booth than him. He is not attractive in any means. And if that's a security guard, well, what the fuck? That is the most repulsive, ugly security guard I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen him. I actually seen him very recently. And I look at that and I think, how could any woman date that? If you're watching, you can do better. I'm hoping you call me someday, now that the court stuff's over. You gotta call me, you gotta catch up with me. Let's just at least have closure and have peace. I kept my promise. I didn't have a girlfriend since my ex. I haven't. Like I said to my best friend the other day, I said, there is nobody that will replace her. And that's a strong statement to make, but my partner didn't do drugs. She didn't smoke. She didn't hang around the wrong sort of people. Except for her family, but that doesn't count. But when she was alone and I was alone in this world, we came together and we had each other. And that was the most beautiful thing that I could ever have in someone. I fully trusted her. I fully trusted her with all my life. My family accepted her as family. My mum and dad looked at her like a daughter. And then she goes and throws that all away. Look, I understand the last incident we had together wasn't nice on either party. But at the same time, she's got to understand that you can't push someone and push someone. And she was. And she's done it a lot of times. I've come out in this vid because there's a lot of unanswered questions. There's a lot of questions that people want to know. And the fact of the matter is, at first I would have said, when I first dated her, nah, I wouldn't go up to her in a bar and ask her out. But the first day I saw her, I looked into her beautiful eyes. I looked at what she was wearing, this nice white striped dress with I think brown stockings. Anyway, she looked so adorable. And for a bigger girl, she was very attractive. I never really told anybody about this, but every year went by. I didn't tell my parents, I didn't tell her, I didn't tell anybody, but I was like, man, I've hit the jackpot. I've really got someone in life that I want to marry and have kids with. And you may say, well, didn't you just say that you weren't sure about kids with her? I was sure about the kids part, but I wasn't sure how they would turn out, because with both of us medical issues that could affect the kids later on, and we didn't know how that would affect them. But I definitely fell in love with, like, what people don't realize is I dated her once before, and when we broke up that first time, you know, because I was her first boyfriend, I was crushed. I loved her then. And then, you know, she had a boyfriend after, then I came back. And I still loved her for all that time. And I think it's interesting, she's got a boyfriend now. Does that mean I'm going to come back the next time? I'm hoping. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of, like, stuff getting done in this room. Like, this is going to be painted soon. Bedside cabinets are getting painted as we speak. But this room is changing, and the house has changed. And if she saw it now, she'd be like, wow. Like, I remember some nights where she would be in the bathroom taking tiles off the walls and cutting her finger open. That was pretty bad. But I was very touched by what she did. If she saw what it looks like in now, she'd be like, whoa. I at least want to be friends with her again. She was a good part of my life, and I don't want to get rid of that. And I think we could be friends. Maybe not lovers, though I do love her, but at least friends. I think we do need to sit down and talk. And the only reason why that fat fuck of a boyfriend is in her life is because her parents put him there so I would disappear. I'm not fucking disappearing. I'm not giving up. See, unlike them, I'm 2 steps ahead of them. I know what they're doing. And they're treating her like absolute shit. This guy isn't there because he loves her or wants to be with her for the rest of her life. He's there to get rid of me. You know, that's why they had one of her friends, her male friends, come back into her life. They're trying to get all these people into her life so I would disappear. Like I said, especially when they send people after me. And I know they have. Because like I said, one night I was playing Pokemon up that way, and yeah, mysteriously someone knew who I was and put a knife to my throat and said, stay away from her and her family. Interesting. And then there's sometimes at night, it stopped the last, 6-7 months, but I've had cars follow me in my old car. So, coincidence? I don't think so. So I've had cars follow me. Like I said, no one does in my new car now. But I just don't understand why she can't come out and say something. I'm sure she's watched these vids. And I know what her boyfriend's Pokemon name is. And Mr. Dark Hulk or whatever you call yourself. Every time I see a gym in his area, I kick him out. And right now I'm like looking at my screen and there's a gym right there. And I'm about to kick him out. You see, I don't have to say nasty things or even play Pokemon and just kick them out of the gyms. The fact of the matter is, I want to be with my partner again. I want to at least be friends with her at least and show her, hey, look, this is the person I've become, a better person. I mean, I can't promise that anything comes after that. That's on her behalf, not mine. But I know deep down that somewhere down the track, this has got to like have a closure. This has got to have some sort of ending. Just the two of us. Now that we can see each other again, now that we can talk to each other again, I do want peace, but at the same time, I don't know what kind of person she's become, because I've become a great person. I really think that, if she saw me now, she'd be like, wow, he's a real good bloke now. Like, he's a gentleman. He's eating healthier. Like, what's this new change in life? I had to change. Just like she has to change, I had to change. Now, I had a beautiful trip last week. I went to go see my best friend in Newcastle. And she's been my friend for a year now. She's got a lovely partner, lovely kids. And I tell you, it's good to have a best friend that I love with all my heart. And then I've got a couple of other really good best friends. And if it wasn't for them, I don't think I would have survived last year. from the love and support that they all gave me. The only thing that I don't understand is, where's my ex in all this? Why hasn't she come and said something by now? I would have thought, you know, a woman that probably doesn't like to be talked about on every YouTube vid and live stream would have said, alright, you talk about me way too much. If you want to talk, let's talk. Otherwise, you know, just like, what I am planning, and this is going to be an exclusive for YouTube, Facebook, everything. You've heard my side of the story. I think it's time that me and her got together on here and told both sides of the story. So everyone can then decide what they think of the both of us. Because at the moment, you know, her side can hear random stuff about her. My side can hear random stuff. But we do need somewhere on mutual grounds to be like, hey, I want her to tell you what I was like as a partner. I want her to tell you that, hey, these were the good things and these were the bad things. At least that way you get an indication of, you know, how bad I was or how good I was. I can tell you now, I wasn't an angel. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. Because I think that both ends there wasn't any our sponsor V, Raspberry Lemonade, you know, she's got to understand that for 6 years of the relationship, I had to put up with her family, you know, making me look like a shithead, making me look like a bad guy when, you know, I had a job, I had a fucking income, I had a house, and they just never gave me a chance. And my ex has got to realise that, why is it for 6 years she never stuck up for me? Why is it that my family always accepted her and invited her, and she lived here, you know, for 4 days of the week? She lived here in this place, in this room. You know, we were living together for 6 years, and the amount of times where, you know, if either each other is sick or something, we'd be there for each other and look after each other while we're sick. But then you've got people that want to put stuff in their head. Look, have I ever said nasty things to her? Yes. I'm not gonna lie. I've said some really horrible effing shit to her. I've called her, you know, just take this into concept before you take it the wrong way. In arguments, I've called her fat. And I'll be honest, I'm ashamed of that. I've called her fat in arguments. I have, in the arguments we do have, you know, she's been physical with me, I've been physical with her. And, you know, she would say, you know, some hateful things to me, and I would say some hateful things to her. But that's the heat of the moment. I didn't ever, and I'm going to be fucking honest with you, you're calling a spade. When you call someone fat and they are fat, then, you know, it hurts a fat person. If you call, you know, if you know what their like weakness is, then you know what you can say. Do you think I liked calling her that? Fuck no. I am so upset that I was like that. But for me to say that she said some hurtful things, for me to arc up that, I mean, I put up with so much from that family. I don't think she ever realised how much I put up with. And the arguments we had, it's because of her family. Every single one. It's got to do with either her jealousy or her family. If you take out the jealousy in the family, you would have a successful relationship. But no, you guys just seem by. You guys all think, oh, he's a druggie, he's a woman basher. Number one, I've never touched drugs in my life. The rumours of last year, me taking anything, I never took anything. Alright, I'm going to tell you that straight out. I maybe had a puff of a cigarette maybe last year. But that was it. That's the worst thing of what I've done last year. I didn't fucking touch drugs. Number one, all the people that I know do drugs, they would never ever give me a drug. Not once. Let's just clear that up. None of them would give me any of that stuff because they know that I don't do it and they respect me and they wouldn't do that. Second thing is stalking where my ex used to live. Not in your fucking life. You think I'm that stupid where there could be a cop or a camera outside the house? Please. Like, there was rumours that I went and gone and vandalised her house. Like I stated in the last sentence, I wouldn't go anywhere where I think there could be a camera or a police car. Second thing is, or third thing is, only time that I was in her area was to play Pokemon. Try it out. That's because I'm a nerd. I like playing Pokemon. I like kicking people out of gyms. But never would I go and stalk her. Fuck no. I respect the privacy of the person I love. Have I seen her since all this went down? Truth? I've actually seen her more times than most people by mistake. Well, like I said, the last time we saw each other, it was the Botanical Gardens, and I thought that there was still love there. I didn't want to leave her there, but you know, obviously I was trying to do the right thing and show her, hey, I'm a man, I can walk away. But I've seen her a few times at the one of the shopping centres. She's not seen me. I'm well disguised these days, as you see by my bald head. I've seen her with her partner, and a lot of my friends have seen her with her partner, and all of them say, look what she's got now and what she had. All of them say he's nothing compared to me. That's because what I had was love. Now they may say the old saying is that you hurt the people you love. You do. You shouldn't, but you do. And that's just a fact of life. But on the same time, I think that whether it's me or anyone for that matter, if she wants a successful relationship, she's got to find the person on her own. She's got to stop having her parents get involved, because at the end of the day, if she goes on the life she goes on, she's not gonna have a good life. If she wants marriage, kids, house of her own, with no family living in it, then she needs to put her fucking foot down. And I'll tell you why. She's got a chance. She's got a really good chance with me. This new me. Maybe not the old me. The old me, I got to understand in the relationship I could have done a lot of things better. I didn't mean to call her fat. I didn't mean to say any hateful words to her in arguments. She was, shadow of a doubt, drop dead gorgeous. I loved her for the way she was. You know, yes, she did some bad things to me and I did some bad things to her. But you know what the good thing is? We never cheated on each other. And I think that's the most beautiful thing, knowing that none of us ever cheated. You know, and that's a real big deal. Like, we're at least faithful for 6 years. I can't say that the same thing's happening now. But I know deep down, if she does need help, and she does need me to go pick her up at whatever time of day or night, she knows I would. Because she knows I love and care about her more than the person she's dating. But at the same time, you've got to understand that I can't just go rescue her, because her boyfriend will be too violent and beat the shit out of me. And that's not how it should be. If her boyfriend really does trust her, then he will let her come see me. In this house. My mum and dad are here. They won't let anything happen to her, and believe me, if she's still dating him, I wouldn't try to kiss her or do anything with her. I wouldn't even... I suppose I would like to hug her, but in respect to her, I wouldn't do that on first meet. I'd maybe fist bump, you know, how you doing? I'd have a social coffee, but me and her do need to talk, and I think we need to be mature adults about this and just do it on our own, because court stuff's over now. And I would love a closure, And I would love to know what's been said about me, and I'm sure she would like to know what's been said about her, because I think that she's been lied to for a whole year by her family. I bet her stepfather and mother have told her so many wicked lies about me that are not true, and I'm sure she's heard rumours about me that are not true. So at least that way, when we do get to catch up, the truth will set us both free. Then we can go, okay, that's been going on. Because I'm telling you now, there's one thing I want to know about a few things. How they fucking met is one thing. But does she know the sort of people on her boyfriend's Facebook? Does she know about the druggies on his Facebook? Does she know about the fucking strippers and prostitutes on his Facebook? If that was me and she saw that, I would be getting fucking scolded. I don't even think she knows. You know, as a partner, you have a right to know who you're dating's Facebook. Like, you want to know if the sort of characters they're talking to or socializing with. But yeah, I don't think she does. But yes, I think I'm going to keep making these vids until the day we finally catch up. And if we do, I'll let her come on here and I'll let everyone hear what her side of the story is, because I think that's the right thing to do. And maybe we can all discuss this, you know, in a future vid where, you know, I would love her to come and tell you guys exactly everything, because I think that the more this drags on, you know, people don't get to hear her side, and I think in respect to her, I think she deserves to have, you know, I think 100% she deserves to have her side. Now, you guys, what are you expecting for her to say? Well, if I'm being completely honest, I would have no clue what she's got. I would think that in some ways I'm probably going to get the worst end of it. No doubt about that. I'm probably going to get my name in mud, but at least I've come out and said, hey, this is what this is all about, you know, this is her side. I want everyone to know exactly, like, that's how much it means to me. Let her have her side of the story, because in that way people can go, alright, Andre was honest about this, Andre maybe not be honest about this, but at least everyone knows the truth about both sides. And I think that's what it's got to happen. It's just got to happen. No need for you know, bullshit, people lying, people, you know. Do I delete that? I'm just looking at stuff I can delete off my game. But yeah, thank you for watching this vid. It's a 30-minute vid for a reason. I'm going to make it 30 minutes because I think that you know, I'm starting to come to a time in my life where my health isn't fucking 100% at all. It's getting worse, very bad, and I just, in case, you know, something happens, at least, you know, my side of the story's out, how I feel about her is out. You know, I to this day will always love and care about her. I will always be there for her if she needs me. She can ring me up anytime. I'll go pick her up and drive her. I'll drive her to fucking do a Pokemon run and take every single gym off me in this area. Would I? Well, maybe not, but, you know, but I would definitely, like, pick her up and say, hey, look, come out, you can hang here. She knows she's safe here. I think she knows she's safe. Especially if, you know, my mum and dad are on her side, so, yeah, I'm pretty fucked when it comes to shit like that. I got no one supporting me. According to them, I'm like the bad guy and all this, so, yeah, I don't tell many people that, but, it would be nice just to, have a resolution for all this crap that's going on, because I think just want her back here as a friend, just because it'll mean so much to my mum and dad too. I think it'll mean a lot to my mum and dad to see her, because, you know, they did consider her like a daughter. So, you know, if they can see that me and her have made peace, you know, by all means, how cool is that? But we do need to make peace, and I want to show my mum and dad that, me and her are not going to leave it the way we did, because I think the way it ended was just disgusting. On both parties, it wasn't nice. You don't leave it like that. And I don't think that she would like our final memory to be like that. I don't think so. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go relax. It's very cold here at the moment. It is 11:30 at night. Jeez, I didn't think it was that early still. I'm gonna enjoy having my energy drink. I've got to do some homework. Got to do some studying. My final message. Who would have thought, looking at this ugly mug, this is the face, that someday could have been your husband? I took off my mohawk recently because I wanted to better myself as a person, and I wanted to let my hair grow out. I've been listening to a lot of friends and people in my life where I've just got to come clean. I love, with all my heart, my ex, and I don't call him my ex still. My photo on my phone's of her and me. My phone cover may be different, but she has a place in my heart for eternity. If I die and become an angel one day, I'll be the angel that looks down upon her and send her the right way through life and guide her through the darkest times. I miss her as a friend. I miss her as a partner. I miss the way she smiles. She had a beautiful smile. But I'm sorry to her and my friends. But until there's closure and she gets everything off her chest, because I think she has a right to, she will be my last girlfriend, my last fiance. Nobody will replace her, and I don't want anyone to. I want there to be peace. I want there to be Pokemon dates. We'll hang out and just play Pokemon. Not with him, because I really don't like him. I can't sugarcoat that, I'm sorry. I just don't think it's right that what he's portraying is not a boyfriend. It's, I don't know what it is, protector, but it's not a boyfriend. But she knows one thing about me. I never sugarcoat things. I tell it like it is. I think she's been lied to for this whole time. I think she's been lied to about what they've said about me. And I really think it's time that me and her close the chapter, close the book. I know this video will get to her, but at the same time, if I was to give her any advice, I would say, you used to hate the people that were, not better off. You always rubbished other people. You always said to some people they should grow up and be an adult. But when are you going to take your advice? For you to become an adult, I truly believe that number one, you've got to live independently on your own without your family support. I truly believe you've got to start standing on your own 2 feet and making decisions on your own. If you did want your own house and you want to be with someone that will worship you and be with you for the rest of your life, well then I'm here. Nothing really needs to change. If there's love in your heart and there's love in mine, then I'm willing to forgive all this stuff. I don't blame you for most of the court stuff last year, because I have a sick feeling it was mostly your stepfather and your mother behind all of it. But if they've put any blackmail on you or bribery saying you can't talk to me or this happens or you can't be my friend because this happens, let me know what they've put over you and I'll make sure you don't lose whatever they've said. If it is about having a roof over your head with your cats, I will look after that part. If it's financial, I will look after you in that part. But you need to understand that for you to become a woman in life, you need to stop listening to people. You need to start taking your own advice, and you need to start looking in your heart. If you look across to your partner and go, there's no future, well then don't do it. Ring me. If you don't have my number, you've got ways of contacting me. And you've got 2 Facebooks, so I'm sure you can unblock me and quickly just go, hey, can you come see me? Da 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 da. And I will. Doesn't matter what time of day or night. The moment I see your message, I'll come rescue you. I'd do it for anybody. I think you know that. Since you've been gone, and no, not the Kelly Clarkson song. Since you've been... No, I'm not going to do it. I've been abused by multiple women. I've been used by multiple women. I've had women that I would never in my lifetime even want to do stuff with, but unfortunately done stuff with because, like you said, you're not going to find anyone decent. Well, I never want anyone decent. I want you. Even just as a friend, at least that would mean something. See, a normal person wouldn't just throw away 6 years. Nah. Because for me it's not 6 years, it's 10. Because when we dated before, I didn't want to lose you then. But look at the similarities between the first time and last time. It's the same people interfering in your relationship. And they did it with your ex, and they're probably doing it with this guy, and they'll probably do it with the next. If you want a successful relationship and be happy and never feel down, you're not going to have one if you keep listening to those people. You've been listening to them for 30 years of your life. They took away your real father for most of your life. And it took me, out of all people, to get you connected back. And the moment I get out of the picture, he's gone again. Your father loves and cares about you, your real father. So why can't you just accept that? You share a same surname. Make him proud. Show him that you can stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need anyone. You've got enough strength on your own to do it on your own. I know you do. They don't think you do, but I know you do. See, unlike them that look at you like a disabled girl that's probably 13, 14, they look at you. I look at you as an adult. I don't look at you for your disability because I don't see one on you. When I was dating you for 6 years, I see nothing wrong with you. Alright, I'm going to clear that up. Unlike your family and stepfather and your mother that look down upon you and think you're hopeless, I never did once. I was proud of you for being manager of your store. I was very proud of you that, you did all the hard stuff with catalogs and stuff. I was so proud of you. I didn't look at you for anything other than just a normal girl that I was in love with. But for the rest of your life, that's not how they're going to see you. You're under their roof. At the end of the day, you're under their roof. You're employed because they give you a job as catalogs. They have full control over you for the rest of your life. They have control of who you're dating. They have control of who you're friends. If you want some decent friends, you always ask me, you want a decent friends. Well, I got a lot of beautiful friends that would be friends with you in a heartbeat. Male and female. Oh yeah, I got some male friends that you would absolutely laugh your ass off. And you could even hang out with. Yeah, I'm saying that. I have female friends that actually would be really good female friends to you and give you some advice that you need. It's what you wanted. You wanted male and female friends. You wanted people to hang out with. You wanted your own house. Your independence. Well, that's what you have if you come back. You have a family here that will accept you for the way they are. And my God, and I know for a fact my parents miss you. I think my dad more than anything. So thank you all for letting me share this with you guys. Like I said at the start of the vid, subscribe to this channel. There's plenty more vids coming with this subject and other subjects. Check out the full videos in the corner of your screen. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon.